You ever see products that promise to fix your life? You know, like an Instagram ad?
This cup is gonna change your life.
Buy this and you'll be happy. Today, we're putting it to the test. I've got products that promise to fix your life. Fix your posture, fix your pain, fix your internal sadness. Lucky for me, I've got all those things, so I'm the perfect person to try these out. Our first item is a posture corrector. Posture. Say it with me, posture corrector. This gem was $10 from Amazon. Most days, I look like a question mark. I've got the slump. Hopefully this helps. Worst case, I'll just look like an Amazon delivery driver. Oh wow, is this how we're supposed to stand? I have been standing wrong my entire life. This does feel a little awkward. I'm already a naturally awkward person. This is making it worse. It feels very boxy and robotic. It won't allow you to do the slump, the hump, the question mark. That's kind of nice, and it hurts a little bit. Maybe because my body is used to just doing this all the time. It's in shock that it's standing up straight. Let's see how it does on the desk or sitting. It does help you keep your shoulders back, but it makes me feel like I'm puffing my chest out like a silverback gorilla. The listing here says it's gonna take a week for my body to have visible results, and it will also relieve neck and back pain. I do wish it went a little bit lower so I could double dip and get the lower back support with the upper posture support. It is flexible though, you can twist your body. The back brace I use now, let me show you. For bowling, looks like this. It has all these metal rods in it so you can't move. Same kind of gimmick, you strap yourself in really tight and then you tighten it on the sides here. This one is also from Amazon and it says you can't see it under your clothes, but you can. This lower back brace feels really good, but it makes you look awkward. If someone's talking to you, you can't twist or torque your body, so you have to do one of these. Turn, turn, everything is very robotic. But for when I'm bowling, getting that 105, it helps me not allow my body to twist. So I like this brace. I wish this posture thing, again, would go down just a little bit further, but I'm gonna keep wearing this. Can you see me? All right, it's been an hour. I can already tell in this hour, this thing is not going to work. I'm so used to doing this at the computer. You can still kind of slouch over. It's just more at a 45-degree tilt, if that makes sense, versus a curvature or question mark look. Now I'm finding myself sitting like this. I'm not sitting up straight like this. I think if you're really interested in correcting your posture, you need to get one of those that buzz at you. On Amazon, they have those little pods you stick on your back. It connects to your phone, and every time you go past this range of motion where you're bending over too much, it bzzz. Kind of like, have you seen those shock collars for dogs? When the dog does something it's not supposed to. Bzzz. Rocky's peeing on the rose bush again. Bzzz. So it's kind of like that. It shocks you into better behavior. I think that would be more beneficial. Otherwise, you're still going to be in that habit of leaning forward, and there's nothing to tell you to correct yourself, and it's also just uncomfortable. So for me, this is a pass. I am probably most excited about this one. This is a hip hook. This one's $30 from Amazon, but the original hip hook is called, wait a second, I forgot, is by Aletha Health, and it is $200. This device is for hip pain. I have that. Lower back pain, I also have that. And sciatica pain, I have that. I got a back injury weightlifting, and it's just really not healing, and I've tried it all. Physical therapy, personal training, yoga, walking, swimming, chiropractic, which has helped the most, but the main problem is the sciatic nerve. Sciatica, is it sciatic? Sciatica nerve, along with the hip pain. I've got tight hips. I sit butterfly style every day and put 30 pounds, and push down, and then rotate my leg till the hip pops back in and back out of place, or back out, back in place. I'll just put a video so it makes sense. Can you see me? So you're gonna sit butterfly style. Normally I do this at the gym so the weights are the same or equal amount. You'll use the same amount. Right now I do 30 and 30, but when I started it was 5 and 5. And you kind of prep the hips. It's like greasing the pan. You gotta grease these old girls up. Then you'll take one weight here and another weight here. And your back is really straight, and then you push down, but you're not like bouncing, it's just a push down. And you do this for a minute, and it should feel like a slow stretch. It shouldn't hurt. I mean, it hurts, but it's not very painful. It's like a good hurt, if that makes sense. So you do that for a minute 3 times, and that should loosen the hips up. Then to pop the hip back in place, you lay flat, and you can't have a ponytail or a claw clip or anything. Your head needs to be flat on the ground. So you rotate the leg. So you take the kneecap and you do one of these. Let's see if it will do it. There it goes. Did you hear it? So then it pops it back into place. So the weights prime this old girl up, and then it's able to pop in and out of place, and then it relieves that pressure on the back and opens the hips. Anyway, so the core of my issues stem from three main things from what I've understood anyway. I don't know, I'm not in the medical field. I mean, that would be scary. I couldn't do any of that. I can hand you the popsicle stick and that's all I can do to do your little flu swab, but that's it. If you start bleeding, I quit. So that's gonna be the Ilicus, that sounds like something from the Bible. ILIACUS. Okay, psoas, which is PSOAS, psoas muscle, and the hip, should have been an English teacher, and the deep hip flexors. You following me? You're basically putting this tool on your hip to release the pressure of all of these big words, muscles. This is 3D printed, which is actually pretty smart. This is like one of those brain teaser puzzles. We're gonna find the psoas, iliac, whatever word, which according to the video is about the size of your hand. So it's a large area, and it's from the pointy part of your hip. If you move down, kind of close to the groin, that's where that meat is that you're trying to push. And the lady says it's not painful, but judging by her face, it looks painful. It says you can, oh, wait a second. So it says you can just lean onto this right here, and you leave it like this for a couple minutes or a minute. That does hurt. And then we're going to release that by pressing this. Oh my, I can't do it, no. Oh. In the booklet, it says, what should I feel? And it says, hurt so good feeling, which I agree. Numbness, tingling, burning, or throbbing could mean you are close to a nerve or a blood vessel. Simply move the tip to a different spot and try again. Maybe it does feel better. I feel like I could start hula hooping again or something. You ever done that? I love a hula hoop. You know what else makes my life easier? Having my own domain. Also makes me feel like I kind of know what I'm doing. I've been using GoDaddy for the past 5 years to host all my websites, and I love GoDaddy because, you know, I'm not a computer kind of gal. With GoDaddy, everything is included. You've got the website, email, marketing tools, website design, and it's literally drag and drop, pick a color scheme, drag and drop it on there, change the font if you want, or like me, just don't. So instead of using 10 different tabs, I can literally do everything in one tab, from managing orders, emails, and my website. And my favorite thing about it is I can sell my stuff whenever I want. Like this shirt. I can take a picture from my phone, upload it from my phone, and list it from my phone. $10, who wants it? And GoDaddy keeps track of all the analytics. How much I sold, how much I didn't sell. Everything is simplified for normal people like me who hate the computer. So if I can make a website and manage it, you can too. It's super easy to get started. If you're starting your own small business or just trying to create a brand for yourself, you can do everything through GoDaddy. I'll put a link downstairs in the description box, or you can scan this QR code and it's gonna give you everything you need to know to start your domain today. Exercising my jaw has never crossed my mind. Honestly, didn't even know you could do that. We have Jaws chewing gum and rubber jaw exercisers. We'll start with the Jaws chewing gum. You get a 4-pack, watermelon flavor, $10 on Amazon. This is really stiff gum that is supposed to apparently exercise your jawline for a chiseled jaw. It says if you have a double chin, it's gonna get rid of that. I didn't think you could target that area of fat on the neck. Can you without plastic surgery? I don't know. It says it's for everyone, but I feel like this is more for men to have more of that chiseled, masculine, cartoon character-like jawline. Do we want that as women? I don't even know. I don't even know. Why are we always trying to fix everything or change things? You ever think about that? We as a culture really do just try to change everything, and myself included. There was a couple years, well, not a couple years, I've spent most of my life being unhappy with myself. Appearance, so we change that. My accent, so we try not to be so Southern and we quit saying y'all. And finally you just say, you know what, to hell with this. This is too hard to keep up with. Not only is it financially hard, mentally hard, physically hard, I'm just gonna be whatever this may be. And for a lot of people, it is too much, and that's okay. We don't want everyone in a room to like us. That would be completely boring. I think it just comes with getting older, just, you know, saying whatever. This is enough. I'm happy with whatever this is, because it can be exhausting to keep up. You'll never keep up. So to change a jawline is weird to me. It seems like a lot of work I'm not really willing to put in, but we're gonna do it today for the sake of this video. Look at that man too. You think that's AI? I'm thinking that's a little bit of AI. Look at the hair. I hate AI. Don't even get me started on AI. I could make 500 videos on my hatred of AI. But then there's the argument, well, you're using Google and it has AI. You're damn right. And I hate that too. All right, let's go back to going to the library. Get your book. You want an answer? You gotta look it up. If you don't put in the work to finding an answer, it loses the value of the actual question and the answer, if that makes sense. All right, back to this chewing gum. Oh. Okay. It tastes delicious. I love watermelon. 0 sugar, but it does have 2 grams of sugar alcohols. It's vegan and it is from the Gum Gods LLC. That's pretty cool. Feels like I'm chewing on a bouncy ball. Also, Hubba Bubba, it's really delicious for the first 3 seconds, and after that, it goes downhill, and it's really tough to chew, and it loses its flavor. The texture is similar to that, but it still has the flavor. I actually really like this. I thought it was gonna be super tough, where it'd like rip my crowns out, you know what I mean? I would have to do this while I'm doing something else because it does feel a little bit like work. Maybe while I'm at the gym working out, I would do this as part of my routine. I would do that. This. I have 48 pieces of gum, so that's 48 workouts for my jaw. Now we're on to these jaw exercisers, which are plastic, rubber. There's a lot of these on Amazon. Face sculpting gyms. $70, but the name brand one is the Fitness for Your Face Jaw Exercise for $40. These, you get 6 pieces, BPA free if you care, $7. 3 training levels, beginner jaw trainer, intermediate, and advanced jaw trainer. 40 pounds, 50 pounds, and 60 pounds of resistance. 5 to 10 minutes of daily chewing to achieve the perfect defined contour of the lower jaw. You'll look like a dang Roman god. Says you can do this anywhere. I doubt that. Would you want to be doing that at the DMV looking like a beaver? These do have great reviews, and I love the reviews that it says it helps with anxiety more so than the results of the jaw. I could see that. What is it called? Fixation, sensation? That's not it. Kind of like, just go with me here. I don't know what I'm saying, but kind of like smoking is for a lot of people. It's not the actual nicotine. It's just the having something to do. I'm gonna go outside. I get to do this with my hand. It's the ritual. Same can be with drinking alcohol. It's the ritual of getting the glass, sitting outside, pouring it, listening to music, being still. It's not necessarily the thing. Does that make sense? So instead of popping a Zen, pop you in a jaw exerciser, girlfriend. That's really hard. Oh, heck no. What? How y'all doing that? We're gonna have to start with the baby, the white one. I do like the air hold so you don't choke and die. If you have TMJ, you're not gonna wanna do this. It does kind of hurt this part of your jaw. Not a bad hurt where it's like, oh, it's painful. It's just not relaxing. I don't see myself doing this. I can definitely get behind the gum because I at least feel like something else is happening. I'm getting the flavor. I normally chew gum when I work out, so it's not abnormal. This just feels like a chore. Now we have some red light therapy. I bought this on November 20th, and I have been using it fairly regularly. This panel is from Amazon, and it's $60. Apparently, red light therapy boosts cellular repair. I cannot speak today. Repairs your cells. Reduces skin inflammation, anti-aging, all those really great things. There's a lot of mixed reviews on if this actually works or if it's just completely bogus. My personal opinion, using this for about, how many months is that? We'll call it about 4. I had to do that thing. You know when someone asks you the last 4 of your social, you have to say the whole social before you can get to the last 4. It's never changed. I've had it for over 30 years. The same number. 4 months, I haven't noticed any sort of reduction in inflammation. I wouldn't know about cell repair. What I'm trying to say is I haven't noticed anything. But hear me out. As someone who is extremely hyperactive, I don't take my ADHD medicine anymore, okay? I have a hard time sitting still. I also have a hard time keeping a single train of thought, which I'm sure you have noticed by now. And I do struggle with doing one task. I will do 15 tasks at the same time in the order of least importance. For example, if I have a project at work that's due in, let's say, 10 hours, and it's gonna take me 9 hours to complete, I know this and will recognize it, and I will just start scrubbing baseboards. Why? Why would you do that? You know you have something to do. And then I'll water plants, start cooking. Oh, I'm supposed to be at work. Let's work a little bit, back to the baseboards. Work a little bit, back to the baseboards. Let's finish this now. We're in the final hour. But somehow, some way, I always get done, and it's like, whew, I should not do that again. I should not wait that long to finish a task. But I do it every single time. I'm trying to get better, but honestly, I don't know. So for me, someone who cannot sit still, I found it to be very annoying at first because you're sitting under this light, you feel like a plant under a grow light, the little flexy thing that bends, and you're just standing still with your goggles on. I found it to be very annoying to sit still. But as I started using it over time, I actually started to enjoy it and look forward to it. I don't know if it's doing anything internally, probably not, but just sitting still for 15 minutes is pretty nice. Like a lizard on a rock. For someone who doesn't sit still, this is the most I'm gonna sit this entire week. And even now I'm feeling a little jittery. Put the red light on me. So it's a weird way to just kind of make me sit still. I did buy my mom one and she loves it. She uses it all the time. I'll have to ask her if she's seen any cell repair. But it is nice because the light does get a little warm, so it's like a nice warm blanket over you and you just sit in silence. So for that alone, I think it's neat, but do you need to spend $60 to learn how to sit still? Probably not. We should just be able to do it, and I'm talking to me. You should just know how to sit still. Part of the fun is being this crazy. And then you take the package and at the house. Our final fix your life item is the ice bath. I tested this for about 6 months, and for total transparency, I am currently not using it right now. Not because it didn't work, I actually think it was very beneficial for me, but because it's cold. It's cold outside, so jumping into an ice bath when it's 20 degrees outside is very difficult for me, but it is warming up outside. Well, yesterday it was 80 degrees, and now it's 15 degrees, so I'm not really sure. But once it gets warm again, I am going to incorporate that back into my routine. But in the 6-month time frame, it was difficult at first. My partner and I did it together, and we have the one that doesn't circulate water. And I'll link all this junk below if you find any of this useful. What that means is you have to constantly empty this, clean it, put peroxide in it, fill it with ice. It doesn't constantly circulate water and cool it on its own. Some people have those really fancy ones. What are they called? Polar dives, I think. But you can also do an ice bath in your bathtub, fill the bathtub up, dump a bunch of ice in it. Or some people use those kiddie pools from the Dollar General, put a bunch of ice in those. So you don't need to buy this plastic PVC thing to do an ice bath. I found it extremely beneficial for all my pain because ice does help inflammation. It's proven across many textbooks. I don't know what I was about to say, like I know anything. Anyway, all that to say, doing the ice bath every day was it cool? No pun intended. Cool ritual, I guess. I did find that extremely beneficial for my actual body pain, and it made me feel better mentally. More awake, obviously, because you went from hot to cold. Your body's in shock. You've got all the adrenaline running, which brings me to, I wonder sometimes if that is healthy for you to be shocked into that pattern, hot, cold, hot, if it messes with your hormones, your cortisol, what is it, the fight or flight hormone. Does that make sense? The ice melts really quickly. You really need more than that. Can you see that? It's about 52, 53 degrees. We're gonna go for 2 minutes. Do I look uncomfortable? Out of all these, I would recommend the ice bath the most as far as benefits. Still gonna work on the hip hook. This was my first time trying it, so I'm gonna give it some more time and I'll update you later on how it works. But I appreciate you being here for whatever these are. And again, special thanks to GoDaddy for sponsoring whatever this is. And don't forget, my schedule is changing. I'm here every other Sunday now, and I'm gonna try to be on my cooking channel every other Sunday. No guarantees, but I'm trying to flip between the two. My very boring educational hair channel is every Friday. So I will see you not this Sunday, but the next Sunday.